Hey guys, John here. Do me this big favor. Go over to our Apple Podcast, rate us over there, and tell us how we're doing over here at Movie Lovers Tonight. Also, too, you might want to go ahead, go over to Spotify, rate us over there as well. That's just a simple way for other people to find us because of the rankings and everything that goes on within the audio only podcast community. But also, too, don't forget to like, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, don't forget to comment below. This is going to be my non spoiler review for Old. So let's go on ahead and dive into this. And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. So tonight, I'm actually going to be reviewing the new M Night Shyamalan movie. Old. This movie came out last year, and I never got a chance to check this out until now. It's actually streaming on HBO Max. In case anybody else is wanting to know where they can watch this movie at, that's where you guys can stream it. So let me give you a little bit of plot details, and then after that, I'll go into what I liked about it and what I didn't like about it. So basically, this is about this family who has a holiday who discovers that the scheduled beach where they are relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day, and is also causing their kids to also age rapidly as well. But the things that I liked about this movie was this, and the way that M Night Shyamalan does this is this with the aging process, and the way that they do it is this: they wind up having the kids being blurred out, so therefore they're actually blurred out of our vision, and then they're also blurred out of the parents' vision as well. So I thought that was very smart of him to play off of that narrative where you don't see the aging process per se until the parents actually realizes that their kids are actually aging as just as fast and everything. And I thought that was actually a pretty smart way of actually doing it because it pays off on the shock factor for the audience to see that being played off with the adults. And I thought that with the adults and everything, I thought that was actually pretty cool because we're actually just as shocked as the adults are. So I thought that was actually pretty cool that for him to put that in there. Also, too, the camera angles are fantastic. Then, of course, with M Night Shyamalan, you don't know what you're getting. This is like opening up a loot crate box. You never know what you're gonna get, and sometimes it's hit. Sometimes you want to be like Brad Pitt and just look inside the box anyways. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. With this case, it's a mixture of both. And I'll get into why it's a mixture of both as well. But another thing too is there's actually this character that's on the beach with this family. And matter of fact, Rufus Swell, who plays Charles, I'm just gonna point this out here. He was the most threatening person that you can actually be on an island with and have him doing the things that he was doing in this film to where you actually feel horrified for these other characters to the point where you don't not sure if the island's going to kill them or if he's going to kill them. So you have that going on as well. And he's also supposed to be a doctor, which is really fascinating to me that he's actually unhinged and stuff like that. But another thing too that I like is this: you have a one room scenario, which I love one room scenarios, but it's dealing with the island itself. So it's this atmospheric type of way of actually telling a story where this island could possibly kill them. But also, too, the wife in this movie, the main character, is actually explaining to the audience of the rules on this island. As a matter of fact, the reason why they're actually aging faster is because it's actually 30 years being taken away from their lives because of this island. So time actually goes by faster on the island than it does in present day off the island. So you have two things going on. You have a 30-year fast forward button on the island, and then you also have the present day, which is more of your slow years of being and stuff like that. So I thought that was actually pretty cool on how they play off the narrative of that. But to me, this didn't have to be there, but and I decided to do it anyways. And this is not a spoiler. This is actually in the trailer. But the little girl, like I said, they're aging. And because they're aging, their memories and stuff like that, or their bodies are changing because their bodies are changing, the way they're thinking is changing. So I like how the characters are like trying to find out what's going on within themselves as well. They're not even sure, just like how the audience isn't sure. So there's actually this one scene where the main character's son is in the tent with this other girl who happens to be one of the other basically the other this other girl that's actually going to be on the island with them. and they're sitting in the tent, and next thing you know, she winds up being pregnant. And so now you have this girl who's supposed to be 10 years old that's pregnant, who is actually 60, like in her teens now, giving birth to a baby. So to me, they didn't have to do that, but I understand why they did that. Is because of the fact he wanted to shock the audience with that. So I thought that was actually pretty smart of him to do something like that to actually shock us, just as shocked as the parents are. But there's stuff that goes on within that scene that's actually shocking as well. And everybody on this island is actually dealing with their own self and everything too. And I'm not going to get into that. But as far as the plot twist, because M Night Shyamalan, he loves his plot twist. I'm going to say this is average at best. I thought that on paper it looks great. It's all about the delivery of the plot twist, right? It's all about if this plot twist will actually shock the audience, or if it's going to wind up saying, it's okay. I think it was an okay movie. The plot twist was okay. And that's actually how I felt. I just felt like the plot twist in itself was like generic. It wasn't like Signs, for example, where you find out that Bruce Willis is actually dead. You don't have that kind of shock value to it. You don't have the unbreakable shock value. This is like one of those movies. It's like, it's like taking. Okay, I'm just going to use this as an example. Okay, back in the 90s, Blockbuster used to be a big thing. So imagine your dad or your mom going through Blockbuster and they're looking for the best video to actually rent, and then they catch something off to the side, right? And they're looking at the box cover art and they're like, you know what? This looks like a good movie. We need to check this out, because the box cover art actually looks good. With this, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the box cover art looks good. You might want to check it out once and say, hey, look, I saw the movie Old, and then go about your day like nothing even happened. To be honest with you, it had my curiosity factor in there, and I heard mixed reviews from some of my friends. I also heard some from movie critics and also film goers as well. So there's actually that division. I can understand why there's that division there, but I definitely like M Night Shyamalan when it comes down to Split, and then Signs, and then The Sixth Sense, and of course you also have Unbreakable. So those are the films that I really like by M Night Shyamalan. But tell me what you guys think. Did you like guys like Old, or did you not like Old? Comment below. Don't forget to smash that like button, that subscribe button, and that comment. And don't forget to comment below. Also, too, we just dropped a couple of new things on the channel. We just dropped our John Wick Chapter 4 review. Well, not review, but our reaction over there. We also did a Wakanda Forever reaction trailer. We also dropped Shazam! Fury of the Gods trailer reaction. So we have a lot of things going on at Movie Lovers Night. And then at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, I'm going to be back doing the podcast again. And this time I'm going to have Christopher Minori, who's actually an independent author, on with me. And we're going to be reviewing Dr. Sleep. So if you guys want to catch that, that's 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time on a Tuesday night. So go ahead and check that out. Thursday night will be our Godfather 3 rewatch review. So we're wrapping up the Godfather series. So go on and check that out at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. So always until next time, guys, it's been real, it's been fun, and I can't wait to do this again.